Hello everyone, I am back. As promised, it's 3:45 exactly Eastern Standard Time. And it is time for another live takeover with your girl Shay Johnson. The topic today is doctor's appointment, aka pregnant with fibroids. The last post I posted was from a doctor's appointment I had earlier this week. So I kind of wanted to get more detailed on that doctor's appointment, what the results were. But before I get into that, the last post I posted, there was a comment from someone named Tiffany_305, I believe. Tiffany, I see that you were having issues as far as communicating on our phone lines for USA Fibroid Centers, and we're definitely aware of that. But to show you how much we care about you and anyone else who tries to contact USA Fibroid Centers, if you're having any issues at all, we would love for you to send a DM and someone will contact you, because we want to first personally apologize to you, Tiffany, because we take every situation seriously. I know what women are going through with fibroids because I've been through it myself, and we don't ever want you to feel neglected or dismissed in any type of way. So Tiffany, if you're on here, can you please send a DM to us so we can personally apologize to you? And we're definitely on top of the communication when it comes to the phone lines. We definitely had a few issues, but we're fixing those issues. So I'm going to apologize to you. I am sorry you went through whatever you went through with our customer service. But we also want to have another personal conversation with you and see if we can resolve any issues or answer any questions you have. So Tiffany, we got you, girl. All right, now that we covered that, I just wanted to make sure I addressed the comments under my post. And Tiffany really touched my little heart because I didn't want her to feel any type of way. So that's why I was addressing that. But back to the post. So today's live was I wanted it to be more intimate. I did say that to you guys. And I posted my doctor's appointment. And at that doctor's appointment, I was able to find out the size of my baby as of this week versus from a month ago. I wanted to find out if the placenta moved, because I have previa, and previa is when the placenta is blocking the cervix so the baby can't get out. Because everyone knows I really wanted a vaginal birth. And the third major thing I wanted to know was, did the fibroids grow? Well, let's answer all of the questions. The last post, you seen me getting the ultrasound. You see my little baby's heartbeat, which was so cute. I swear when I hear that heartbeat, it makes me want to cry. It's like everything happens for a reason and everything will be okay. As long as I know that she is okay, everything will be okay. But during that ultrasound, they did notice the placenta moved slightly, not a whole lot, but the placenta was blocked. If this is the cervix and the placenta is blocking the cervix, it sort of moved up slightly, like maybe about here. So it's still blocking, but maybe a quarter of the way versus blocking the entire cervix. So that was interesting to know. More information on the baby. My baby a month ago was 3.1 pounds, right? And now that I'm going into my 8th month, I just found out that my baby is 5.6 pounds. I was also advised, not only because of my myomectomy do I have to have a cesarean / C-section, which is the same thing. Not only because of the previa, which is the placenta blocking the cervix, but now my baby is growing really, really big. Meaning, if I was to go a full term of 40 weeks, I was advised by the doctor this week that my baby will be about 10 pounds plus. That's a pretty big baby. So she said, regardless of the myomectomy, regardless of the placenta, because your child is going to be so big, I wouldn't allow you to deliver her vaginally anyway. So that's the third reason why I can't have a vaginal birth. On top of that information, I was advised a month ago, I have 3 fibroids, and we'll just talk about the biggest one because that's the one, I'm concerned about, because The last time I had 4 fibroids 4 years ago, there was one that was really aggressive. And for some reason, it was just growing rapidly and really large, really big, causing a lot of complications from constant urination to pelvic pain to constant blood clots. It was just a lot going on from that large fibroid. So I was really concerned this week when I went in and wanted to know the difference in the sizes of the 3 fibroids I have now versus the size they were a month ago when I last seen this specific doctor. So let's focus on the large fibroid. The last time I went in, that fibroid was around, I think it was 5.2 centimeters. And I went in this week, a month later, and found out that that same fibroid has grown to 6 centimeters. So yes, the fibroids are growing. They all have grown. They are growing. Part of the reason why my fibroids are growing, I was advised, is because of my pregnancy. So as my uterus grows, as my baby's growing, the fibroids are growing as well. Which, it just leads me to feel like that's another issue I have to eventually deal with, because I don't know what's going to happen once I have a cesarean with my child. I don't know if the fibroids will continue to grow and get bigger, the 3 that I have now, or will they stop growing because I'm no longer pregnant. It's almost like a waiting game, and it's so irritating, and I get emotional about it. I'm good right now. No tears today. I'm good. I've accepted the fact that I'm not going to have a vaginal birth. And she also told me if I was to have a second child, my choice, I would 9 times out of 10 have a cesarean. So that vaginal birth option, come here, pumpkin, come. That vaginal birth option that I've always wanted, it's just out the door. Come. I was trying to get Lulu to say hi. He's so fat. Ugh. Here he is. He gives me comfort. You love me. So I had to accept that because I was really tired of getting my hopes up, wanting to have a vaginal birth, because it's like I would take 5 steps forward and then I would take 10 steps back. You know what I mean? First, it was the myomectomy, which caused previa while I'm pregnant. And then I got excited that the placenta slightly moved. Then they told me, well, your baby is growing pretty rapidly and your baby will be pretty big. Therefore, we don't think we want a 10-pound baby coming out of you anyway. The good thing is, even though my due date is the end of May, they have to move because I'm having a cesarean, instead of waiting to go into labor, they don't want that to happen. They don't want me to go into labor up under any circumstances. They want to basically plan a cesarean date 2 to 3 weeks before my due date, so I do not go into labor, because if I go into labor, that's going to cause a lot more complications. It's just, it's almost like sometimes I just want to cry. Like, why this just couldn't be one of those moments where I get what I want, from my pregnancy. Why? And it makes me question the decisions I made when I had my myomectomy. Like, if I didn't have a myomectomy and I had UFE, would I still have these issues? Would the fibroids be growing as fast as they are? Would I actually have previa if I had a UFE? It just makes me question a lot of my decisions. And the reason that I talk to you all and kind of take you on this journey with me is because I think it's important to know your options, so you're not in the situation that I'm in. I'm in an unfortunate situation to where I can't control it. I don't have options when it comes to delivering this baby vaginally or via cesarean. There is no option for me. I can't choose. You know what I mean? It's vaginal birth is out the door, off the table. I can never have a vaginal birth ever. And part of that is because I had a myomectomy. And I didn't think about that, you know, when I was making my decisions, because I didn't know about a lot of this. I never heard of Previa. I didn't know that I would have to have a cesarean